G'day guys, welcome back to SuperCoach with DR and welcome to the Round 9 Q&A. Hope you're all having a ripper of a week so far. Now apologies, this is out very late. I know I've just been smashed at work. It is report writing time at the moment. In the middle of writing reports, probably the busiest time of the year. So apologies this is out late. Hopefully it will be up very soon. So I'm going to get straight into it. This is obviously my round review, so I'll get the question straight from that. If you ever do want a question featured in the Q&A, just pop one in my round review and happy to get to it each week. So we'll start off at the top with Shane083. G'day, buddy. Nice week, DR. You're on the rise. As a non-Heaney owner, seeing all these 90s from like 13 disposals and no goals is frustrating. Yeah, it's sort of both ways, isn't it, mate? Because as a Heaney owner, you're probably pretty disappointed with the scores he's given you. But as a non-Heaney owner, given the fact you look at the score sheet and you think, well, what's he actually achieved for the game? How's he actually getting to a 90 type score? I can understand that'd be frustrating too, buddy. But yeah, not the worst thing in the world, I don't think, not owning him at the moment, dude. Have a good week, man. Next one's from Lockie. How are you, my man? Sorry, I just had that one. Very stiff with steel, but great week. Yeah, so frustrating, mate. But we got to move on, don't we, bro? We got to move on. Finally had myself a good week. Awesome, mate. And a comeback. Loving the videos. Came for the stock of this week. Hope all as well. And to you, Lockie. Great to see you had a big week, my man. I knew a big one was coming, mate. Just a matter of time for you, bud. Just scroll down a little bit here. Next one's from Deal. G'day, Deal. How are you, buddy? Well done, DR. Going well, mate. Another good week for you. Keep it up. Thanks, dude. Keep the hard work. Videos are coming great. Doing a great job. Early trade plans are Baby Dakes, Cogs, and Martin. Libber, Doc, Thompson, Buku. Cool. I like all the options. You, mate. You're a great spot. Awesome. Thanks, Deal. Yeah, good, mate. So, geez, that Libber's a bit of a pod, isn't he, mate? But I like it. I like it. Love Doc. Thompson, Buku. I'm actually going Thompson myself, buddy. Mainly due to that job security. I'm a little bit worried about Buku's JS moving forward. So, yeah, I'm going Thompson myself this week, but love the other two, man. Awesome, mate. All the best, buddy. Next one's from Lukey. How are you, Luke? Good to see you, man. Oh, see you. Hear from you, mate. Same score this week, exactly 2,300. Nice, mate. So this is a bit, I'll just sort of 20 points ahead of me overall. Awesome. Really wanted him cost-wise. Laird went crisp instead. Yep. Early on Clark or Carroll. Yep. Leds, Clark, Crisp and Carroll, yeah. Tough, man, isn't it? Now it feels like I'm stuck missing me a tank a lot of Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to get Laird, even though it means I have to field Hamilton at F6 for the week. Damn, man, so Hamilton's actually out at the moment. Hopefully you've got some other coverage here, mate. I figure Laird and Hamilton, yep. Dacos to Cogs to Laird and Clark, downgrade SDK. Yeah, look, mate, I don't mind getting Laird in as long as you've got cover rather than Hamilton, mate. So if you've got two non-playing players for some reason, you obviously can't do it, but if you can cover, all good, I think, man. Good on you, Luke. All the best, mate. Next one's from Daryl. How are you, Daryl? Good to hear from you, bud. Another solid week, Daryl. Loving the rank. Climbing, mate. Not really where I want to be at, but I'm getting there, mate. Never thought I'd captain Oliver against the bottom team. Have 10 better scores. Amazing, isn't it, mate? Yeah. Happy with the trades, though. So Cogs, Hinge, Noddy. Beautiful outs. Geez, you had a crystal ball with Cogs, mate. Tuke, Cameron, Hamilton, beautiful. Spewing about Hamilton though, mate. I can't understand why he's been dropped, but it is what it is. Hopefully he can come back. Did he have a bit of an injury? I had a feeling that maybe he picked up something, so that may have something to do with it, but it does say omitted on the team sheets, mate. Hope everyone had a good round. I'll get back to that, buddy, obviously, but looks like 22.63, so pretty decent, man. I think that was around par. Up. Beautiful, mate. Awesome, buddy. Good to hear from you, Daz. Next one is Jam. How are you, Jam? Hey, DR, thoughts on training it to Coning a week early for Thompson, and then Rao to Brayshaw gives him an extra probably for the first two 16 available. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, mate. Yeah, I think Thompson, fine. Get Rao up to Brayshaw, not a worry. Although you could hold Rao for that first buy and then upgrade to around 13 buy player. That's probably the play I'd be making with Rao. But still, you're getting Brayshaw in, who's around 14 buy player. That should be pretty good for your side, I think. That's fine, mate. Yep, all the best, GM. Next one's Obi22. Hey, Obi. Hey, DR, great video once again. Thank you, brother. I'm planning on using another boost this week, leaving me with one in the bank. Well, I'm using one, and I'll have none in the bank, mate. So that's all good. Clark and Buku in, have 560 in the bank for a forward, so I can get really off field. Don't have Brody, who has the last buy. I'm very interested. I thought Dusty, but want to give it more time. Maybe Bolton. Yeah, that's tough. Other options. So, look, I like the Dogs and the Swans players, mate. You know, you Parker types, even Libba as a pod, I don't mind. Brody's a really tough one because at the moment, yes, but when Five comes back in, I just don't know what's going to happen. And I think by the time the buyers come around, Five's got a good chance of coming back. So, few question marks on Brody. If you're looking at form at the moment, though, I think he's okay. But yeah, in the future, I'm not too sure. Bolton, pretty inconsistent, I think, mate. A little bit up and down. Good form at the moment, but I'd be a little bit worried there. Certainly would be a pod, though. And the other one you're looking at is Dusty. Oh, look. To be honest, mate, I'm not really a fan of either of them. This is why I'm waiting. Ideally, I want to wait in a forward, mate, just to see if Baz or Bont get DPP, because if you bring in another forward now, they may be too close to have must-have options. So, if possible, mate, I'd even look to try to not upgrade in the forward. Really is... Yeah. If any of them, I'd probably just go Dusty, mate, because I think he's the most talented. Or else Brody or Dusty. Bolton just concerns me a little bit too much, mate. But it's just not an ideal week for forwards, unfortunately, mate. But all the best anyway, man. Benny Bartz, hey Ben. Solid week, yeah, good to see you. Continuing to rise in rank. Thanks, brother. Hopefully get towards the top 1%. That'd be nice, mate. Next one, Aaron Salmon. G'day, Aaron. Get our thoughts, mate. I felt English on my bench this whole time. Damn. Fall on a bit more with burning that trade. You think I'll wait another week or two for him to come back? This is really tough, man. I was actually watching George's video last night when he was going through the teams, and his advice was, well, I forget what his advice was, but what he was saying was apparently English has had pneumonia, and he's dropped 8 to 10 kilos, something ridiculous like that. And I don't know if it's been confirmed. I think he said that, but that's the talk that's going around at the moment. So you're in such a tough spot because I don't expect him to come back and absolutely dominate. I did mention, I think in this round review video, when I was speaking about possibly looking to get English, that the issue is that when he comes back, does he hit that form again? Does he hit the ground running? I highly doubt so. Pneumonia, that's pretty serious stuff. And losing that much weight, that's crazy, particularly for someone that plays in the ruck. So I assume that what they might look to do is to integrate him and play him with someone like a Sweet or someone like a Martin. That's probably my expectation. I'm not sure on that, but I'd be a little bit worried at the moment, mate. Oh, it's tough. I don't know. It's easy. As a non-English owner, I'd say trade, but that's from a non-English owner. It's really tough, though, man. Keeping could be fine, but just don't expect him to come back and just start tearing it up, is my advice anyway, buddy. Good luck with it, man. Simon Lee. G'day, Simon. How are you, buddy? Excellent week, Dad. Need advice. I'm in a cash league. 3 wins, 4 losses. Should I bring in Sicily, Laird, and Karmas for Steele, Cogs, and Roses, or keep Cogs instead? Dacos and Petraka instead of Laird. Many thanks. So bring in Sicily, mate. Bringing in Sicily and Laird is great. I think Sicily, the form that he's in at the moment, is tearing it up. Laird's a great pod. Has not put a foot wrong this season, apart from round 1 where he went under the ton. Karmas, all good, mate. A defensive rookie. And Steele's a must-go. Roses, I think, is fine to trade. And Cogs, I'm trading it myself this week. So I think that's fine, man. All good. Thumbs up from me, brother. All the best, mate. Next one's Jonty. G'day, Jonty. Nice store, DR. Had a couple of good weeks myself. Going up 11k in the rankings in 2 weeks. Awesome, mate. In the top 10k. Sweet, man. Would it be better upgrading Whitfield over Dacos? Yeah, well, I think Whitfield, given you didn't know this at the time, mate, given his injury, I think it's probably just a goner, mate. So I would be upgrading or getting rid of Whitfield, keeping on to Dacos, hopefully until that last buy, then flipping him there, man. All right. Next one is from Richard Tolle. G'day, Rich. How are you, champion? Nice work, DR. Your team is looking pretty solid. Buy round sure are going to be fun. I tell you what, mate, it'll really sort some teams out. You'll see some blokes go right down the rankings, and some ladies, sorry. There's some awesome ladies that play the game. Or go up or down, mate. It really sorts you out, the buys, but looking forward to it, mate. It should be fun. Good on you, Rich, and all the best for this week, my man. Next one is Braddles. G'day, Braddles. How do you have thoughts on Saligo as a downgrade option? Wasn't ready to start the season, then had a game as sub, played decent last week, 61, spot locked in for a while. Man, I'll be completely honest with you. I haven't even looked at him. Have not even looked at him. Couldn't tell you his break even. Let's have a look. Soligo. So what's his break even at? Oh, I'll tell you what, my internet's been going funny lately. Here we go. 129. Okay. Wow. Projected score 32. Break even's 8. It's interesting. Yeah. Look, man. You've got to get. Possibly it's a real pod move, but you got to get Clark, mate. If you don't have Clark, don't even think about any other players. Make sure you get Clark in. But it's a really interesting option. His break even for his price is pretty high, actually. You'd be looking way in the minuses, hopefully, for someone at that price. But at the same time, you're not paying up. If you think he's got a good role in job security, mate, then go for it. But make sure you got Clark, buddy. Next one, Matty Crow. G'day, Matty. Great work, dear. Thanks, man. What to do with these GWS players in the same boat? One more week to see what McVeigh does. I don't know, man, anymore. Still led for me. Still led's fine, mate. With the other two blokes, I'm actually leaning towards trading him. I was holding Whitfield, always trading Cogs, because I'm just too worried that if he gives us like a 60 or a 70, that cash gen, it's going to start to diminish. And I prefer Butters over him. And I may be in the minority here, but I much prefer Butters anyway, mate. So, yeah, look, Cogs has a fair role, possibly this week. He's been named in the midfield. He's got a good fixture. It's okay to hold, I think. More than okay to hold, but I'm just not willing to risk the cash drop. That's me personally anyway, mate. But Whitfield, injured now. You know, if he's out for another week, you know, the buy's coming up, I think it just makes sense to trade, mate. And it kills me because I did want to hold on to him and just give it that one more week, mate. But maybe you give the one more week with Cogs. I'm just not willing to do it anyway, man. Zachy Cameron, g'day, Zach. How are you, man? G'day, dear. Thanks for your work, mate. Is Gorn a must-sell with his knee at the moment? Absolutely not. I do not think he's a must-sell, mate. He should be the number one ruck by the end of the year. So I would definitely hold at the moment, man. Keep the faith. And I think lots of us will probably be looking to bring him in very soon, mate, when he does drop a little bit anyway. Dan Mashman, FT, how are you, bro? Hey, dear. So I want to trade Cogs too. I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. He plays West Coast and North the next 3 weeks. Might come back to bite. 100% he might, mate. And this is the risk in doing it. It's how safe you want to play. Well, what is safe? Is safe keeping him and then hoping that he goes good? Or is safe trading him now when he's got that big break even? It depends how you view safe, doesn't it, man? Because either way you look at it, you can win or you can lose out big time. So I'm just getting rid of him now. I'm not going to risk a further price drop and just getting out of the pick, mate. If you want to hold, that is more than okay. He's got that fixture. If he plays midfield, new coach, blah, 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 we know the story with him, then he could be a keeper, this bloke. We don't know, because before the last 2 weeks, he was averaging 95 to 100, somewhere around that mark. So, could be keeper material, but I'm not willing to take the risk anyway, bro. Each of their own, though, mate. Team dependent as well, I think, mate. All the best, bro. N.O., how are you, my man? How are you, legend? Legend DR, Witsy too good, mate. Oh, man. It was that battle, wasn't it, between us this week, mate, with Big Shrek and Witsy. Shrek has got to bounce back, doesn't he, mate? He's got to, but you never have to trade the ruck line again. Prusy at the moment, I'm not sure what to do with N.O. I don't know whether to go up to Gorn or just keep on to him, but I reckon it'll cost about 80k with the projections at the moment, man, for me to be able to do that. So, yeah, we're interested to see what you're doing in the ruck moving forward anyway, mate. But all the best of luck this week, N.O. Gotta give you a love heart, mate. I'd give you 2 if I could. Ray Pest, g'day Ray, nice job to thanks bro. Scored 22-32, but I've got so unlucky with my captains this year, as have I, mate. Hasn't it been tough? Put the VC on McRae, then captain on Cripps, 83. And his first bad score for a while, wasn't it? Bad luck, Ray, but all the best for this week. I think that I'm tempted to go Cripps into McRae. The only loop I've got to McDonald. I think he's omitted a confirmed out, so I think we can use him, but it's very risky, you know. Or the other thing is McRae. So McRae's going to be in my loop either way. I think I'm going to go McRae, vice captain, and then a Neil, track Oliver maybe, mate, at this stage. Next one's Callum V. G'day, Cal. I need to get you back in my team, so either trade out Martin or Cogs for him. Which one do you suggest? I am trading out Cogs. Many would advise against that. I suppose what Martin, I don't think will be a keeper in anyone's mind. Some people still have hope with Cogs. He's got a really good fixture coming up, so there's upside there. But looking at the break-evens, I honestly trust Martin a lot more, and Cogs has a really high break-even. So, yeah, my advice is, well, what I'm doing for myself anyway. I'm not saying it's the right advice, but what I'm doing is trading out Cogs. I'm keeping Martin. Yeah, up to you, buddy. But all the best luck with the decision, my man. Our next one's from Paul. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. Sorry, Paulie. But how are you, mate? Hey, mate. Great vid. Cheers. I have 900k in the bank, if you don't mind. I'm going to trade out... when you trade out Steel, okay, mate. So I can get any player I want. Midfield stack with 7 primos. Should I trade in either Laird or Mills? Makes a perfect midfield. Or get like a Sis or Stewart or a Doc in the back line. What are your thoughts? Well, if you've got 7 at the moment and it's stacked, I'm assuming that you may have 4 primos. Do you have 5? I'm not too sure. If you've got 4 defenders, I would actually bring in a defender. I like Doc out of this lot because he's the cheapest at the moment. We know that Stewart and Sicily can go really big, huge shilling, but I've used Doc as the safer pick from there and the cheapest, so I'd probably go Doc, in my humble opinion, buddy. All the best, Paul. Thanks, mate. Our next one is one of our members, got the Dacos symbol there, Nicky Nugent. How are you, my man? Good idea. Looking to do Noddy, Cogs, Steel. Cool. Baz, an interesting one. Laird Thompson. Just got Whitfield news, but I might feel Konings. I don't want to change my plans. What's your plan with Whitfield and Cogs? Think I've already... Well, look, things could change, mate. Things could change. I don't know how long. We've only got a few hours until SuperCoach. Till the first game, sorry. But, look, I'm getting rid of Whitfield and Cogs, I think, at the moment. But Noddy, Cogs, Steel, Baz, Laird. Yeah, well, I suppose instead of Noddy, it's probably Whitfield. But Noddy's out as well, isn't it? Yeah, either way. But look, Baz is an interesting one, mate. I think he gets DPP. It's always a risky move, but if this move pulls off, it's a king move. It's a real king move because low break even. We know how he's been playing. Yeah, that could really work, but if you got stuck with him in the midfield, I don't love it. So a risk, is it worth taking? Up to you, my man. Up to you, but love it, mate. Yeah, love it. Good work, my man. Thanks, that Nicky. Yeah, so again, mate, I love Baz, Laird, Thompson in. Cogs and Steel, I suppose you're still going with. So it's a matter of Whitfield or Noddy now. I don't know, man. It depends what you can do with the money. If you feel like if you trade out Whitfield and you can do more with the money, then go for it. If not, just get rid of Noddy, man. All the best, Nicky. Our next one's from Jeremy Bell. G'day, Jeremy. Who do I bring in for Steel? Have the money for anyone? Can't decide between Laird, Mills, and Track. What do you think? Well, I would look at your buy, mate. So if you are struggling during round 13, I'd bring in Track. And Laird and Mills, well, I think Laird's probably the safer pick. Mills has a higher ceiling. So if you're looking at buys, I'd assume Track probably fits that the best. If you're looking for ceiling, it's Mills. If you're looking for safety, it's Laird. Depends which way you want to go, buddy. But there are sort of 3 ways to look at it, bud. Hope that helps. All the best, Jeremy. Next one's Ryan P. G'day, Rhino. Poor week for me, DR. Hoping to bounce back. You will, man. I'm sure of it. What trades have you decided this week for the Q&A? So at this stage, mate, look, I don't know. I'm still tossing and turning, right? I'm definitely getting Greg Clark in, so it's going to be Cogs for Clark. Or let's just say Steel for Clark, right? So Steel for Clark. Then I'm going to use some DPP and most likely bring in Brayshaw into my midfield. That is because of my buys. If I could, I'd bring in Laird, but my buys won't really allow me to do that. And then the last option with Whitfield, do I go all the way down to a Thompson? Because apart from Cleary, maybe, but that's a little bit of a risk after next week. We don't have too many options on the horizon. And we've been waiting for these defensive downgrades, so it almost sounds crazy not taking it, but that would give me over 600k in the bank. So I'd be almost tanking for a week, taking a lower score, and then going bang, bang. But with the buys coming up, I wanted to stay pretty quiet with my trades next week. So a lot to choose from. If not, if I don't go a defensive downgrade, I could get basically any defender I want. It would probably be Doherty or Sinclair. That's the way that I'm looking at it at this stage, bud. Next one's from Brady Ever. G'day, Brad. Second last defensive upgrade. Already got Sis, Short, Hugh, and Rids. Doc or Stu. Buys aren't impacted. At this stage, mate, well, I like Stewart probably better as a player, but I like Doherty's price. Ideally, you wait the week for Stewart if you can, but if you can't wait the week, I would go Doherty myself, mate. Next one's from Cheryl. G'day, Cheryl. Need to trade Steele. Should I get Sicily or go a cheaper option like Sinclair? Have issues with the middle buy options. For midfield, would be Parrish, Wines, Petraka instead of defensive options. I love Parrish and I love Petraka, and I love either of these two. It just depends on what you can do with the money. I would much prefer, well, in current form, I like Sicily. But if you want to go cheaper, Sinclair is fine. If you can use this extra, what is it, about 70k next week, then I'll just go Sinclair. But if you're looking for the player with the high ceiling, probably better scoring potential, it is Sicily. And out of these players, probably Petraka, I think, at his price. All the best, Cheryl. Our next one's from Mick. G'day, Mick. Sorry, I don't mean to down you there, mate. That is a mistake, Mick. Sorry, I'll even give you an up for that, Mick. Sorry, mate. Real is disappointing. I think he's still adjusting the pace of AFL. Yep. As he does, he'll get more game time. Scores will improve. Keep the faith, I say. Yep, cool. Gordon's risk with Jackson taking more ruck time with him. I'm looking to get Wits in rather than Gordon. So, obviously, you're not a current owner. Cool, man, if you feel that way. Yeah. This week, I'm looking to trade in a value Saints performer. Okay, Crouchy. Good luck with the round 10, DR. Love your videos. Thanks, Mick. Look, for me, mate, Crouch is a pretty risky option, right? This is a massive risk versus reward option. You are getting this bloke at under 500k, which is phenomenal. Great price for a midfielder. The issue is you're looking for him to be a keeper. Is he going to finish in the top 8 to 12? Do you go all the way down to 15? I don't have the faith personally, mate, but if you do, go for it. He's got a big ceiling. Been pretty consistent actually this year, but I'm more looking at his seasons past. I talked about it all in the stock market video. Some of his low scores, he can give you a 30, 40, 50 type score, and he often knocks out a few of them during the season. So given the fact he has been so consistent, that is a good thing, I suppose. But at the same time, I'm saying to myself anyway, when's this 30, 40 going to come? It hasn't come yet. So a risk, mate, but definitely a reward if you're doing it. All the best, and I hope it works out for you, Mick. All the best, bro. Our next one's AFL Gaming. Hey, mate. Hey, DR, as a non-Gorn owner, reckon we are with Proust to go in a few weeks, or Proust to Wits? Well, we get a couple of weeks to decide, don't we, mate? So I'm hoping that Gorn just comes down to a really juicy price. We see maybe one good week from him, then get him in. So I'd always prefer Gorn over Wits. But if you're looking at a couple of weeks prior, it's definitely been Wits. But probably Gorn for me, mate. I view him as just the big dog, the OG. But Wits certainly phenomenal season, and as a Wits owner, just loving life, mate, in the rucks. Hyper, hey man, I think I cursed Jack Steele, brought him in round 8, gave him 270 scores, and got injured. I thought it was me that cursed him, but I will shift the blame happily on that one, Hype. Thank you very much for taking the fall for me there, mate. Damn, it was frustrating, wasn't it? Yeah, it is what it is, mate. It is what it is. Damn you, SuperCoach gods. Sorry, I apologise. Don't want to offend SuperCoach gods. Andrew Yarkos, how are you, legend? Congrats on the season rank rise. I appreciate that, bro. Who knows this week? I'm actually expecting to go back if I do the double downgrade, but it would help me during the buys anyway, I think, mate. Next one's from King. How are you, King? Should I field Dacos or Clark? Oh, both good. I'd field both if you could, if you need to field rookies, but Clark for me, mate. I think. Tough one, but Clark for me, I think, buddy. Our next one is from Justin Montgomery. Hey, Just. How do you got 350 in the bank? Wasn't wanting to go Horn Francis Mills. Missed out by 7k. That's frustrating, mate. Cool, that's cool. Trade I should wait a week. Trade next. Use the cash to upgrade someone like Conor McDonald to Petraka Brayshaw this week. It's really dependent on you. Look, always if you can upgrade early, I think that's a good thing. But in saying that, so that's the general advice that I would always give. But in saying that, I'm looking to do a bit of a risky move this week and banking about 600k and going 2 down while they're available. So I'm probably going against the grain this week. But again, this may change. I may go 2 premiums. I don't know at this stage, mate. There's not long to go, so I better finish this and check out my own side. But usually the advice would be to go the 1 up, 1 down every week if you can. So Petraka would be the option for me, mate. Good luck, Just. Next one's from Nick Dockless. G'day, Nico. What on earth is that? I don't know. Stuff you, Nick. Oh, hang on. What's happened here? The story's great. Where? I've just gone back here, have I? Oh, sorry about this, guys. What is happening? It's carnage. It's carnage, just like the live the other night. Alright, lucky I've love-hearted these. Cool, so that stupid thing got me. Rolly O'Neill. For some reason, I have access to SuperCoach Gold stuff. I haven't paid for it. Well, good on you, Rolls. You've beaten the system somehow there, mate. Good stuff. Brody Middleton, g'day, bros. Would love to know who you are going with the primo defender DR. I'm stuck between Dawson, Zorko, Sinclair. Oh, man. They are so hard to split, aren't they, mate? Super hard to split. I like Sinclair, personally, mate. I like Sinclair. Who knows what's going to happen when Jack Steele comes back? With Jack Steele out. I really don't know, man. But Sinclair for me, mate. So I got to get through these quick, guys. Hey, yeah, I'm low on trades. Who's shopping? Brody and Dusty, or Clark and Dunkley? Absolutely Clark and Dunky. Oh, man. It's been a long day at work. Dunkley. Clark and Dunkley, my man. And I love Tipper too. Hopefully he's back ASAP, mate. Want to see him play. Rowan Wells, g'day, Ro. Same score pretty much. Got 23.04. 4 points ahead. Nice job, mate. Still Brayshaw, Hayes, and Cripple were bad. Ranked 4.375. Absolutely agree, mate. And great rank. Keep rising, Rowan. Good on you, mate. Next one is from Mitch Cigaras. Mitch, how are you, mate? Would you rather trade Steele for Oliver, Laird, or Mills? They're all good options, mate. Probably Clary for me, mate, is just always the bloke that I have in my team every year. I have Clary every year, so I'd say Clary, mate. Thoughts on Benny Keys? Love him, mate, as a bloke. Adore the man. Adore the man as a bloke. He's a terrific guy. A genuinely nice, humble human. And as a Supercoach selection, yeah, cool. I think he's between, the 8 to 13 type range around there. So don't think he's top 8 material, but just outside, mate. Decent price, so fine to bring him, buddy. Kai, g'day, Kai. Just put in Rioli and Carroll too, no good. Frustrating, mate, but at least they kept their spot. Hamilton didn't, so I suppose that's a good thing. Shawnee, g'day, Shawnee. Hey, dear, thoughts on Hinge, Cogs and Roses, / McDonald to Laird, Buchel and Clark. Absolutely fine, brother. Love it, Sean. Dan Mashman, g'day, man. Can't split between Brayshaw and Track. Do you have a preference? I like Track, mate. Brayshaw's more prone to a tag, I think. With Melbourne, they've got a couple of options for the tag, and they could go to Oliver. I think the only tag option at Freo is probably Brayshaw. Wouldn't tag a Brody. Maybe a Fife, but I doubt it. So that's part of the reason why I like Track. Given the fact Track is coming up against North this week as well, hopefully he feasts. That's why I prefer him as an option. But in saying that, I already own Track, and I am bringing Brayshaw this week, mate. So Track just for me, man. Track just for me. Next one, Pat McDonald. Thoughts on Dusty? Yeah, look, could be okay, mate, but I'm never a huge fan on him. I think he'll be playing a little bit more time forward. I'll be waiting and seeing on Dusty, mate. Trent Anderson, how are you, Trent? Is it even worth picking up Brody? I don't know. It's risky at this stage, mate, because Fife is coming back into the side soon. We don't know what's going to happen there. If I had a crystal ball and you could tell me that Fife won't affect him, yes, bring him in. If not, a little bit too risky for mine, mate. Trav, mad Brisbane supporter, so he didn't get Zorko. No, went against it, mate, which is a really good move for me in the end. Ended up bringing the cement bag, Christian Petrarca, and yeah, he scored a lot more, went up more in price, so worked out well for me, mate. Zorko, I think I'll probably have to miss him now, but was a fan of bringing him in. Still scored over a ton, so worked out with Zorko. Wouldn't have been too bad if I'd have got him anyway, but went Track instead, buddy. And Lil T-Bag, Dad, what about me? This is my son. This is my beautiful son, who I love to death, but he's the man that's responsible for the peanut prank. So, yeah, haven't fed him for a few weeks, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm joking. Don't call the welfare authorities on me. don't do that. So, that is it, guys. Awesome. Thanks very much for the questions. Thanks for the comments. I always really do appreciate it. I'm just going to shut up now, upload this so it gets out in time for you to check it out before the first game tonight. So, all the best of luck. I don't even know what I'm doing with my trades. I'm going to get to my side now. Much peace, much love, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye.